Hi, loves. Welcome to my channel. I am Lerny Lomotey. You're here to feel the woman, the energy, the vibe, the sauce. Hi there. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Hi, and I appreciate you watching. While you're here, why not click on the subscribe button just below? Okay, yes, that button, click on it, and also hit the bell button so that you get notified anytime and every time I post a video. So today we are going to be talking about knowing your worth, and this is to everybody. If you're an entrepreneur, a content creator, a creative, a business woman, a businessman, everybody, knowing your worth, especially when it comes to charging for what you believe you are worth. Listen, I'm going to tell you a few stories today, but you need to know your worth and add taxes. I'm sure you've probably heard this so many times, but it is important for you to do that, because if you do not know your worth, you think that somebody else is going to know your worth for you. It won't happen. But before we get into the video, let me just have you know that I'm going to be doing my skincare. This is my fresh face. I've got nothing on my face. I just got out of the shower, so I want to be doing my skincare while talking to you. It's my daytime skincare routine, so I have a video on that on this channel already. I think it's just 2 videos down, so you can just check on that, right? Because I'm not going to be saying anything about skincare today. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to start by saying knowing your worth has nothing to do with being a nice person or not. You can't be a nice person and then know your worth and add all the taxes that you want to add to it. And that I used to mix up all the time, because I'll always say that, oh, I'm a nice person, so even if someone wants a job from me, I I will do the job and I will not even charge for it. Like I say, oh, the person is my friend, so it's fine, you know. I'm not going to charge for it. But guess what? When that person eventually comes to you for free all the time, and you do it for them, the day they have money to pay, they are not coming to you. They will find someone better. Find someone who is worth their money. That's always a sad thing, but I think that partly we have ourselves to blame for it, because you know how sometimes some people look at free work, right? It is free. They're probably seeing it as you being desperate, and that's why you are doing the work for free. And so they don't see the need to, pay you for that when they have the money and when the time is right. I have a few examples for this, right? Time and time again, I've had to do stuff for free for people, right? And I think I am a hustler. I do quite a number of things, right? So this is me, like maybe in 2016, 2017, 2018. But I think everything changed in like 2019. Listen, if you want me to cough for you, I will charge you for coughing for you. If I have to, I will charge you for that. I have a friend who now says that I like money too much. Like, I, I, I'm not shy of charging what I want to charge. But then again, this is coming from me. This is me who didn't even know how to do that in the first place. So how did I get here? Acknowledging and upholding my worth and knowing that what I bring to the table is worth X amount of money. And so please do not come to me for free. At least I think now people understand that I will not do it. It's fine. Like, if you have to go to somebody else who is not your friend, who is not your family member, to get that done for you, okay, it's fine. Once you are not coming to me for free, it's condescending to an extent. I mean, okay, fine. If it happens for the first time, cool. The second time, the third time, you are cheap. That's what you are. It's not the person who isn't charging you who is cheap. You are the cheap one, right? Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't, get discounts or stuff from your friends. Even that, right? How many times can you even ask for discount? If you have to ask for discount from people, not all the time. Like, it's a way to support people. Funny enough, people want to support other people outside their circle of friends and family financially, but think that, oh, this family and friend of mine or friend of mine just needs the exposure, and so let me pay them in exposure. But who did exposure ever help? Exposure never exactly or all the time puts food on your table. Let's be very honest. Sometimes that exposure is not even exposing in the first place, to be honest. Can we be honest? I mean, I have several examples of this, but I think I'll just give you two, right? There's this friend who I used to do free things for, and then there was a day she really needed me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but because of the time and everything, I don't think I can make it. Then she's like, okay. Then she went to get somebody else to do it, and guess what? She paid. She paid. It was a lot of money for whatever she wanted done. And she paid without complaining. I was like, ooh, okay. Now, guess what? If I have to just sit back and watch you spend money for something that I can do for you for free, you're not going to pay me. I will watch you now. I will watch you spend that money, even if it has to be spending the money on somebody else. I will watch you do it. Now, guess what happens when you start to even wanting to charge people? They're either going to fight with you, not talk to you again, say that you are some way because you don't want to work for free for them or whatever. But yeah, that's okay. You are paying a stranger. You are paying a stranger. Putting money in a stranger's pocket, putting food on a stranger's table, and you don't think the stranger is some way. But your friend, your family, wants to charge for a job and the person is some way. I mean, the best you can do is, ask for a reduction or something. But for free, no, don't let us do that, please. Another example, that's quite recent. Every time this girl came to my house, every single time was because she wanted something done for her, right? Now, it was time for her to get this thing done officially or professionally, and guess what? She doesn't come to me. She goes to pay somebody else, and this is another person. She goes to pay somebody else, and this other person I know. So I'm like, what the disrespect is this? I've done this for you so many times, over and over again, but all of a sudden you think that now that it's time for you to do it, you shouldn't come. And that's what they do. That is what they do, guys, all the time. So, for example, if you want someone to do a voiceover for you, always, 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 the person is doing it for you for free. Then, one day, a job comes that the person is going to get maybe some cool 10,000 from it. All of a sudden, you remember that you have a professional voiceover artist that can get it done, and you go and give the money to the person. That is terrible of you, because all of the time, most of the time, the reason people even do free stuff for people is they're even hoping that the day will come that these people will actually have the money to pay them. And guess what? The day comes and the people do not pay. Sad, isn't it? You have to learn to separate your personality from your business. If there's anything that I learned from this 2019 time, you have to separate it. Because guess what? Nice person, never put food on anybody's table. You will be a nice person, and you will be hungry. You will be so hungry that the people you are doing the things for free, they will forget that you are nice to them when they need stuff done. They will go elsewhere. So please just learn to separate your personal. Yes, you're a nice person, but you are a nice person running a business. So guess what? They have to pay for that as well. Come on, are you going to say that okay, cause she's a nice person, I'll always go to her, or cause he is a nice person, I'll always go to him to give it to me for free? Now, there's this funny thing that I've also noticed. At the point where you are in dire need of some money and you go to these people you've been nice to, someone can tell you that they don't have money. They will forget that you have been nice to them by offering some services for free when you could have charged for it. They can easily tell you they don't have money. And guess what? At that point, they don't exactly owe it to you, because at the point where you were offering the service or rendering the service, everybody knew it was for free. Your money is not in that person's pocket, right? Your money is not in that person's pocket. Now, exposure. See, I did mention that exposure doesn't exactly put money in your pocket all the time. Let's be honest. Like, I know of so many makeup artists who have stopped working with celebrities because of this exposure thing, right? More often than not, these celebrities will post you, but you wouldn't get any job. You will only get maybe 2 or 3 followers on social media who will not necessarily book you for any job. There are two sides, right? You're either going to get, even if it's one person who followed you from that one person can get you 10 other jobs, or you can get 20 people from that one celebrity's post, but those 20 people will not even bring you one job ever. Do you understand? So exposure doesn't exactly work. And I like how creatives and creators and influencers and people in other circles are understanding that I need to charge for what I am offering you, because I need to chop. I need to eat, just as you also need to eat. Am I making any sense? You can be a hustler, which is fine, but don't struggle, right? To me, in my head, I think that struggling and hustling are two different things. Don't be a struggling hustler. Like, don't struggle for people to benefit. So, for example, you know that the commute to X place that you're going to do the job is going to come from your pocket, because standardly, or looking at it honestly, the person is not going to pay you anything. Transportation, even now, transportation is even more expensive. Transportation to and fro is going to come from your own pocket. The person is not contributing anything financial, to to the service that you are offering. That is struggling. Yeah, if you are doing multiple businesses, you're probably going to be or even not. Let's say you're not even doing multiple businesses and that is your business. How does that person expect you to make money from who? To now come and spend it, or spend your time. Time is money. Oh. Come and spend your time and your energy on them. Please don't be a struggling creative. Regardless, I mean, goodness. I was saying to you how someone says I probably charge too much for X. See, when I'm let me tell you something. When I'm going to charge for something, right? I'm charging you maybe 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 CDs more than the figure I have in my mind. Because you know how people behave. When you tell the person, oh, I'm going to charge you 1,000 cedis. Even if that's what exactly you want to charge, the person will want to pay you 700 or 500 cedis, right? So even if I have 1,000 cedis in my mind, that's where I want to end at in my head, right? But also I know that I can say 4,000, or I can say 3,000, or I can say 5,000. With that, if the person bargains, and what that does is also helps the person understand that you know your worth. It helps the person know that you know what you are about. You're not cheap. Like, you're not, you know, just somebody they can throw anything at. You understand? Yeah. So if I say 5,000 or 4,000, and in my head I actually know that it's 1,000 cities that I want to end up at. So let's say 5,000. If the person bargains and bargains, you can probably end at a 3,000 or maybe a 2,500. When in earnest you want 1,000 cities. So if you end at a 2,500, that puts you 1,500 more than what you had in your mind. It's better than now saying the 1,000 cities exactly and ending up with probably 700 or 600. No, no. And I find that sometimes as well, when people are paying you for a service, they treat you differently, right? They understand that they're spending money, right? And so the treatment is different. Now, just let's look at somebody who is not charging anything for a service, right? Zero, for free. Somebody else who is being paid 2,500. If it were you who was paying somebody 2,500 for a service, paying and not paying somebody else, who would you respect more? Who would you uphold? Who would you find worthier? We have our answer, don't we? Okay, let's move on. What you should understand is whoever is asking you to do free jobs neither respects you nor your business. Because if they respect you, they will understand that the service you are rendering needs payment. Like, even if for nothing at all, again, you need to sort yourself out. You need to take care of yourself. You need to eat, dress up, pay your bills, which exposure doesn't do. Exposure doesn't pay bills. Exposure, you can't go and stand at ECG and say that I have exposure, so please, free power or water bill, or even with your trash, right? You know they use exposure. You get it? So whoever respects you will respect you enough to know that they have to, also contribute to your life in a certain way. It's really, really, really important. Like, I understand that sometimes the money conversations are difficult, right? But it needs to be had. And this is coming from me who, I mean, I just felt several years back, I feel like if you're having the money conversation too much, it makes you come across as greedy. But guess what? You are doing the work. So why not charge for what you are doing? Like, I remember I didn't take a certain job, which is a story on its own. Yes, I regret it. But sometimes when I look back, I'm like, okay, so there was this job that I was supposed to do. And I was told the person before me was taking $3,000, right? And here is this employer who wants to probably pay me like, what, 8,000 cedis, and is not even willing to go above that. $3,000, 8,000 cedis doesn't match. Now, the reason is they were cutting down on expenses and all of that. I didn't do the job. I no do am. I no take am. Because in my head, I'm like, you could pay $3,000 for over a year to somebody. Let's even say that you are paying me half of that. It's better. You're not even paying me in dollars, so in CDs, 8,000 CDs compared to $3,000. Do you know how much that is? I'm probably going to put like $3,000 in CDs on the screen so that we all see why I didn't do the job. I know that someone will say, yes, I should have done it. I mean, looking back, sometimes I regret it, but it makes me happy that I didn't take the job. It satisfies me because that job is plenty. When Bernard Boy said it's plenty, that job was part of it. I think I mentioned discounts and stuff earlier. I mean, yeah, if you have to pay your friend for a job done, hooray, yes, that's good. If you have to ask for discounts, yes, that is also good. But like you can't ask for discounts every single time, right? If you ask for the first time and you are given, okay. If it's the second time, okay, fine. You ask for discount and you've been given discounts. Like, can we leave it there? Don't always go to the person with, oh, I want a discount. Oh, I want a discount. Do you understand? And see, your boss, if you are really good friends with your boss, regardless of whatever, regardless of how close you guys are, there will never be a month where you say that, oh, because I'm really cool with my boss, he can give me 10% less than my salary or 15% less than my salary. I don't think it's a thing you will agree to. Will you? No, you wouldn't. Because regardless of what it is, you still need your salary, whether you guys are really best friends or whatever. Because you understand that you've done the job for the month, and so you need to be paid. That is how you should look at it when you're asking your friends for discounts. So the next time you ask your friend for a discount, just remember that if your boss says, oh, we are really cool, this month I can't um give you your salary, so let me give you 10% less. Then the next month he says 20% less. Then the next month becomes 30% less. Will you agree to that? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. But we do it to our friends all the time. Like, all the time. We want discounts all the time. And when the person doesn't give it to you, you prefer to go somewhere else that you will not be given any discount, to buy from that person rather, because your friend refused to give you a 10% discount. And most likely that person you are going to, who is not your friend or anything, that person's product is even more expensive than your friend's. But because your friend they vex you, you will still pay. So for example, if your friend is charging, let's say, 100 cedis for a product, and you ask for discount and the person doesn't give you discount, you rather be comfortable going to somebody who is selling that same product for 200 cedis and buying it without asking for a discount. How does that even make sense? Isn't that evil? That's evil. Pure evil. Negotiate with all your heart and with all your soul. Just know that whether you negotiate or not, if the person really, really, really wants to pay you for it, they will. That's one thing I've come to learn. Like, there's nothing too expensive for whoever is willing to spend the money. Like, please, don't do yourself a disservice by thinking that you are going to lose friendships because you are charged. If you lose a friend because you've charged them for a job and the person doesn't want to pay, was the person your friend in the first place? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because pay me what and we're down to. Is it a fight? Should it be? No, it shouldn't be. Guys, you have to negotiate what you believe you are worth. Okay. And once you do it once and you're able to break through with it, it comes easily after that. You just need that one time to know that when I charge this person X amount of money, the person is going to pay. Then you start applying the same formula to more people. And during negotiations, don't be angry. Never be angry, because guess what? It remains a negotiation, right? So lightheartedly, right? Put your thoughts across, put your requests across. Just let people know that you believe in yourself so much so that this is what you believe you should charge. If the person doesn't even pay you, they'll have it at the back of their minds. Next time when they are coming to you, they have an idea of the range of the amount of money they should have before coming to you. That puts some respect on your name. For you to be able to do that, that will also mean that you are upholding your standards, right? Your standards are not low, your standards are high, and you are also living up to it. Now, in all of this, right, the service you render should be worth what you are charging. You shouldn't charge that amount and go to sleep. No, you should put in the work, because that is what you charged and that is what you are being paid to do, right? So it's not about knowing your worth, upholding your standards, adding taxes, and then you are given what you are requesting and you offer substandard work. No, you should do the work so much so that next time when another opportunity comes up, you are the one they call to come and get the job done. It shouldn't even be up for argument that, oh no, this boy or this girl, the last time they charged X amount of money, we paid them, they didn't do the job to my satisfaction. No, you charged for a reason, so do your part. Okay? All right, this will bring me to the end of this video today. Knowing your worth when it comes to yourself, your friends, your family, acquaintances, anybody else in society, with your business, with your creativity, with everything that you do. So thanks for watching. I hope you picked a thing or two from this video, and definitely I'll come back to you in another video, God willing. Kindly remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are on knowing your worth. Okay, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. I am giving you an assignment to go look for me on social media. I'll see you in my next video, loves. Bye.